Welcome everyone, it's Evelyn. We're going to pull some cards for Virgo. Take a deep breath. Sending lots of love and healing out to you guys. I've already pre-shuffled. This is the Gilded Tarot, and I have the Rider-Waite Mini here too. We're going to pull Oracle cards at the end. So for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and for the Feminine's Mars, the Masculine's Venus. Today is the 13th of September, 2020. And the reading is for the second half of September, 2020. For Virgo, I already pre-shuffled, so I'm just going to continue to shuffle. So for everybody watching, the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn for Virgo today? Let's clear all negative energies across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all those concerned. And fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so just another one or two for Virgo, 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 Virgo. Second half of September 2020. And here we go, Virgo. Virgo, second half of September 2020, Virgo. All right, so let's see. First card out for Virgo is the Ace of Wands reversed. Okay, the challenge for Virgo, the Ten of Swords reversed, which is good. The foundation for Virgo is the Five of Wands. The recent past for Virgo is the Page of Cups reversed. And what's crowning Virgo is the Devil. This can be Capricorn energy as well. And what's coming up for you guys is the Sun. Here comes the Sun. Da, 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 da. You see yourself as the Moon. Very interesting dynamic there. And what's around you, or how others might see you, is the Nine of Swords reversed, still in that position of suffering and trying to let go of the nightmare, perhaps, some anxiety, fear, worry, stress, anxiety. Your block is the Queen of Cups reversed. So something you might need to work on yourself. And what's coming up at the end here is the Three of Pentacles. Now, the connection to what's left hanging in limbo at the end of your read is the Temperance card. So this is the connection, which may be some impatience, losing your temper or somebody else losing their temper, or a fallen angel type energy. And what's left hanging in limbo at the end of the read is the Ace of Cups reversed. Now this can be being dumped, but it also can just be overwhelmed. It can be any kind of losing fluids. It can be needing to pee all the time, perhaps vomiting if you're sick, or it can be, you could be purging and crying, just releasing all that energy. It can be pushed to your emotional limits. And you're going to get another card after that, but you won't see it till the end of the read. And it may be more than one, probably will be, depending on what that is. And then the bottom of the deck is the King of Cups, which is that unconditional love energy. Also can be a water sign. So I'm going to give you a little bit of backstory first, and then we're going to get right into the read, okay? So we have the King of Cups, and then the King of Pentacles is right beneath him. So they may not be getting along. And then we have the Hierophant reversed, which is Taurus energy, and the Wheel of Fortune upright right before that, which for me is Libra energy. So we have the Four of Pentacles beneath that. So where I put the deck down is the Four of Pentacles, either someone holding on to stuff or keeping their cards close to their chest. And then we had the Wheel of Fortune, which is where things turn around for the better. But then we have Hierophant reversed, which is any kind of disconnect from the norms, societal norms, contracts, institutions, religion, marriage. This is some disconnect from that, or being more spiritual or outside the box thinking. And then we have the Six of Cups reversed, which is, could be a negative past or childhood, or perhaps your kids are giving you a hard time, or this is the past now returning with the King of Pentacles reversed and the King of Cups upright, which, at least this person is ungrounded or losing money and status, or they're greedy and all about money. And this one's, all in his, he's got a little smirk on his face. It reminds me of my son when he's having a little internal conversation, and just enjoying his own company. So this is someone who's, in unconditional love energy here and just happy with himself, even though Saturn's hanging over his head with the ring. And here's someone who's not that energy, right? So we're starting out with the King of Cups upright, and the Page of Cups is upside down right above that. I'm going to turn this a little bit so you can start with this energy here. So we're going to start clarifying as we go. So starting off, we have the King of Cups upright, but in the recent past is the Page of Cups reversed. So there may be some issues between a father and child. The child may be feeling vulnerable or rejected or shy, or the opposite of that, of spoiled and entitled. One child can express both of those energies as well. So the father's like maybe deciding that they're going to be happy no matter what negative energy is around them, like the King of Pentacles reversed and the Page of Cups reversed. He's not going to allow them to take his happiness, his self-happiness away from him. It's like that energy. So right away we have Taurus and Libra there in the underlying energies. That could be the kids as well in the Six of Cups reversed. That could be a soulmate energy from the past as well, and can include you. So you are seeing yourself as the moon, which is water energy today. So you're seeing yourself as earth and water today. And you could have Cancer in your chart for sure. So this can reference you, because if you have Cancer in your chart, that definitely could be you. So the foundation is the Five of Wands upright, which can be conflict and fighting, battles, but it also can be games and competition and sports and acting, and the quest for the impossible dream, the pursuit of happiness. So any of those things can come up, and it's next to the King of Cups upright, so it seems like a very positive energy. So let's see where this all goes with the Ace of Wands in the middle, which is frustration, or an inability to, I was just going to say, it kind of came out ill, an inability to have a passionate new beginning, an inability to conceive or conceptualize a situation, the inability to get aroused, to get excited, right? To have that new passionate start. So why is the King of Cups upright here? Well, he's upright in spite of this. There's the King of Swords. This is the frustrated person, the King of Swords. But it's on the King of Cups. This could be someone around the King of Cups, and again, he's being happy in spite of all the energy around him. He's not going to allow other people bring him down to their energy. He's going to allow them to raise their energy up to his. Otherwise, he's not going to deal with them. So he's like shutting himself off to what's the negative energies around him. But this also could be impatience of him, a side of him, which he's not going to express. Instead of expressing this frustrated, angry, negative self-talk energy, or even verbally abusive or lying energy, because he's frustrated, right, wanting to take it out on someone, he's going to express his happiness instead. So I just want to show you this. What's coming out right after the King of Swords is the Queen of Pentacles wanting to offer time, money, and energy, or a new life. But this is going in the opposite direction of what the King of Swords wants with this frustration. It's sexual or creative frustration over here for the King of Swords, whereas the Queen of Pentacles is all in her balance, and she's very well grounded, and she's offering up a whole new way of doing things, perhaps unity consciousness, time, money, and energy, wanting to help others. So why do we have the Page of Cups reversed in the recent past? Page of Cups reversed. Well, we have the Page of Wands. Very interesting that the King of Cups is coming up as the King of Swords reversed, and here the Page of Cups reversed is coming up as the Page of Wands upright. There's a reversal of dynamic here, or energy. So this is someone who's inspired. They are excited. This is someone keeping to themselves. It's like the anticipation, right? Keeping it to, it's like a surprise, where someone's keeping things to themselves to keep their energy pure, or to keep it a surprise, right? And being very excited about it, like a teenage boy again. But then there's the Page of Cups, which then comes off as being vulnerable or shy or withdrawn or spoiled and entitled instead of how they really are. This is very different energy. So how you're coming off because of what you're trying to do may be totally different than who you actually are as this child energy and as this adult energy. So maybe the child wants the King of Cups to see them as inspired, to keep things to themselves, to keep their energy pure. And he's coming off in a very different way, or she. And then the King of Cups wants to be seen as wants to be seen as this loving self, even though they know internally they're very frustrated and angry, and perhaps can be very sharp with their words if they get triggered. So the foundation here is the Five of Wands. So there may be some fighting, because this is the end of an emotional cycle, or end of a family situation, or a cycle of unhappiness here. Dumping emotional attachments to things, or perhaps getting rid of stuff out of the house, the family stuff. But this is also, if you found the one here, the one that you wanted, whether you're shopping or dealing with activities or people, you found the one thing you wanted, now you can get rid of the other options. It's that energy. So that may be causing a fight because others maybe don't want you to get rid of that stuff, or don't want the family or unhappiness to end. And again, there may be a divorce here, or this is some kind of justice or Libra energy coming up, causing this conflict. I'm not getting so much it's a happy thing. It's interesting that because even though, and that's a confirmation there, even though the King of Cups is showing himself as happy, his energy is what's drawing in the energy around him. Because he's bringing this, showing this, but this is how he feels, his intent. And so he's bringing in conflict into his field of this ending and unhappiness. So the central energy is the Ace of Wands reversed. Why? Why does Virgo have the Ace of Wands reversed? Well, this is perhaps feeling like a failure, or being too needy for attention, or getting negative attention, or doing things shady under the radar here. And this is the feeling like you're fighting a losing battle, or feeling like there's no competition, or someone feels like you're no competition, or trying to stay under the radar to avoid a fight. But there's a lot of frustration there and uncomfortable energies. This is being amidst other energies that are very uncomfortable for you. So instead of if you're by yourself, it would be easier to deal with your own difficult energies that you need to process or purge. You're doing it amidst other people's energies, which makes it even more difficult to do. So there's a lot of frustration there. And the challenge is the Ten of Swords reversed, which is the worst is over and the bliss sets in. But this is challenge for you, allowing the bliss to set in. It's like you always set yourself up to think of the worst instead of allowing the bliss and just staying present in the moment. So we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. We have the King of Cups again upright. And here's the Sovereign energy upright. So this is someone letting go of keeping their cards close to their chest. And there's confirmation again. If there's been a secret, or someone's been waiting for the right time, they're letting go now. They're not holding on so much anymore. And that could be about the King of Cups coming into being single, or his own sovereignty, or coming together with this person, this feminine energy that's got everything except for the one to share it with. And there's that happy person to share it with. So it's about letting this bliss come in, but in this energy, whether it's you just coming into your own sovereignty and self-love, or coming together with this person you really want to be with. And there's the Knight of Wands rushing in. So I don't know, there may be some competition over this sovereign here. This is a Knight of Wands rushing in from a depressed place, or an Aquarius reversed in Sagittarius. Okay, so this could be just an Aquarius reversed rushing in to stop the King of Cups coming into a sovereignty, or coming in with this other person. This can be a child as well. And this person's not happy though. But they're showing themselves as this, which is that, you know, passionate person running in. But it's coming from a place of depression, loss of hope, or arrogance. This can be arrogance too. And there's the Queen of Swords reversed. It's definitely an Aquarius reversed here. Someone's showing themselves as this, but they're this. They're depressed. This could be lying and verbally abusive, or very like deeply scorned or hurt. Again, coming off as depressed or arrogant, and then showing themselves as something completely different than they are. So that's the purpose of this read, is all these people who are being inauthentic. They're not showing their true selves, trying to be something different than they are, but they can't get to this without actually being authentic first. Like, there's nothing wrong with being this, but if it's not who they are, it's not helping them. They need to accept and love everything in the present moment. Their themselves, their home, their life. They need to love that in order to get through that to the next phase. But if they try to skip over that and go right to pretending that they're not that, it's a block for them. So that is a big theme or message that's coming up for Virgo today. You can't avoid what is. So the present moment is the devil, which is codependencies, addictions, chaos. This can be a Capricorn person too, if it's none of those things. And if it's a Capricorn, they're upright and good, but they're frustrated. All right, so why is the devil coming up here for Virgo? I was just getting helmet laying. I'm not sure why that. Helmet laying for somebody. We have the Eight of Wands. There's a lot of passion back and forth, expressing feelings, desires, the arrows of love. This can be a lot of back and forth communication or travel, right? It's very quick paced. It can be a lot. It's not like arguing. If this was reversed, that would be a lot of arguing, but it's upright. So this is very positive, and there may be a lot of back and forth energies, like an energetic exchange regarding an offer of love or friendship, where somebody is ignoring God's gift to them, or maybe someone's acting like God's gift. So this is someone feeling sorry for themselves, or just ignoring what they think is this, because it looks like this, as opposed to what it is, perhaps. Maybe these all pretended to be this and then weren't, but this one now is coming in as actually what it is. So this person doesn't believe it, because none of these things ended up being this. All right, so there's some kind of, because of your past wounds and your past codependencies or addictions, you now don't, when you do get the real thing, you don't believe it until you see it. And there's you being defensive about it, or the other person, okay? So this is this person sitting under the tree. They're feeling sorry for themselves. They're defensive because they don't trust. So then the sun comes up. Here comes the sun. So we have the Three of Wands upright. This is being present to the moment. There's nothing out there for you to be waiting for, or looking or watching going away. It's just showing you there's nothing here to see. Be present in the moment. And there is where your awakening will happen, where you will see, where your bright ideas, where your inspirations will come from. And this is the, you know, daydreaming, reaping the rewards of your efforts. There's nothing you need to do except imagine, use your imagination. So there's exposure here, full energy, sunshine, kids, in the moment. It's really trying to bring you into the moment instead of worrying about what's ahead or behind you. Just stay right here in the moment. That's where you create from. This is where you get those bright ideas. This is where you awaken, where you can dream your dreams into reality. But you first have to love what's here right in the moment with you, and be okay with that. You see yourself as the moon, and this comes up. So this is the Atlas weight of the world upon your shoulders, someone who's resisting or working too hard and then trying to get away, instead of escaping the pain, you should be allowing yourself to go through the end of this pain. The end of the pain, this can be betrayal, it can be back pain treatments and associated treatments, like this comes up when I get a massage, things like that. So these are both ending though. This is the end of the cycle, the end of the burden, the end of the pain, and it's about you just allowing this to come in. Remember, the bliss here, the Ten of Swords reversed, is your challenge. You don't think you deserve bliss. And so here's the ending of this. You're going to fall over, because if you keep trying to push that weight, you're going to hurt yourself, right? And here's you being hurt, right? Now you're going to be the one who needs help, right? You're the one who's helping everyone else. And that goes to here where now you are so hurt from carrying all this weight that now you need help. And where's the other people helping you? Because they're all used to you doing everything. So the moon, you know, is not full light. It's partial light. You're not seeing all the pieces because you didn't have faith. You think you know, if you know everything and you're in control of everything, because you thought you knew, but you weren't seeing the whole picture. You weren't seeing the energies behind the false energies that people were projecting. And then here is the devil reversed, which is detoxing that chaos. Remember that here's the addictions, the codependencies, and before you can detox all that, it has to peak. So the worst of the addiction can come out in this card reversed, right? And then the rehab comes, right? Then the detox comes. But here, it's upright. This is where the chaos happened because you had to let go. You were forced to at this point because the end of the cycle came. You had no choice. And then that allowed you to see the energy of the moon, that when you are only looking at night at things, you're only seeing part of the picture because the shadow's involved there. You need to look at things during the day when the sun is bright, when you see the full picture, not just the illumination at night, when you can't really see the whole thing. So if you're living in a night life, like where you're so busy in your head all during the day, and you only have a chance to be you and come back to you at night, you're not going to see the full picture because you're only seeing a tainted view of your own shadow. So around you, or how you're seen, is the Nine of Swords. Again, here's reversed. This is around you, or how others see you, trying to end the nightmare, the anxiety, the stress. And coming after this devil reversed is a place of peace. And that's going away from the moon, going away from the need to howl at night, right? Perhaps the need to feel like you're a part of this, right? Here's these two dogs howling at the moon. And this one doesn't understand why they're not included, so they decided to join them. But then they're realizing, but that's not me, so why am I trying to join them when I can find peace doing what I really love to do, or in a place where I really want to be? Okay? So it may be leaving a situation that no longer fits you. Nine of Swords. All right, we have some weakness, a need for strength and courage. The Fool, doing something foolish or falling for something because they were weak, or needing the courage and strength. And look at all that yellow there, you know, that need for the confidence, your solar plexus energy. And then here is the Knight of Cups reversed, who may be jealous and sincere, or feeling rejected or moody, right? So when feeling weak and foolish, you withdraw instead of being love. I mean, look at this upright. If this were upright, this is someone strong, with their open heart, taking a leap of faith, feeling free and offering love to everyone. But this is someone who doesn't feel like they can do that. And that's how people are seeing you. They're seeing you as moody or rejected or insincere. This can be the usury, where someone, you know, charms everyone to get them to do what they want, but they don't really care about any of those people. And here's Leo and Aries. So the main cards, in the main cards for the read, you have Taurus reversed, Libra upright, Capricorn upright, Leo upright, Cancer upright, Sagittarius reversed. So there's quite a few energies there for you. After all this energy and suffering and silence, and it's better that it's reversed because that takes you into this bliss energy of the 10 upright first, and then you have the challenge now of getting to the 10 of swords reversed, which is that bliss, letting go of the pain. And here you are choosing a new path, okay? So you're definitely choosing a new path at this point, no longer wanting to be in the suffering or the anxiety, the stress, the up nights, not sleeping or having headaches. And again, people are seeing you that way, even though you may not necessarily be feeling that. You're in the 10s here. They're seeing you still in suffering, but you're actually ending the pain. You didn't have a choice because you pushed too hard and then you hurt yourself, and now you're stuck detoxing that at night. So the block for you is the Queen of Cups reversed. Why is that for Virgo? There's healing and forgiveness around this Queen of Cups reversed. Holding your tongue or holding their tongue. Maybe it's someone who you hurt and they should lash out at you, but they don't. They hold their tongue, which makes you feel worse. This is healing and forgiving, perhaps harsh words or lies or mean things that people said. This can be verbal abuse. You could have had a verbally abusive childhood. So trying to heal and forgive this childhood, or what you perceive from this Queen of Cups reversed. And this also could be a marriage, a Taurus energy who's verbally abusive or lies all the time, is chronic liar. This also could be an institution, a religion, right? And trying to heal and forgive from that. And it's associated with this Queen of Cups reversed. And she may be the one here who's suffering in silence still, where you're ending the pain and they're still caught trying to end the nightmare. So we end up here at the Three of Pentacles, which is the workplace, very Virgo. And this could be very much Capricorn energy, like the institutional energy, but also could be a Capricorn person whose business it is. So why do we have the Three of Pentacles here? Well, there is the place of the beautiful relationship. This is the soulmates, right? The children, the siblings, they are loving each other. And here is the hermit, the wise one, the loyal friend or grandparent who gives you wise advice, or a professional who is shedding light. This could be going to the doctor, taking your kids to the doctor, or some kind of professional, whether it's a mediator, bringing you together, or just a Virgo person who helps you shed light on the connection here at work, right? Finding that simpatico, that relationship, that perfect connection to work with and love at the same time. Like that you're being able to be in a relationship with your best friend who also loves to do the same type of things you love. And here's the destiny of it. Wow, guys, look at that. If that's not a stellium, I don't know what is, right? This is destiny. It's destined to come together in joy and happiness with a message of love, or the Page of Cups. That's puppy love, or a child offering their love. And again, there's Libra energy there in Virgo. So it could be a Libra and Virgo right there. And then we have Sag reversed right up here. So somebody could have Sag in their moon or rising, or somewhere in their chart where it's not as significant as their sun sign. And so why do we have that card there? The Sagittarius energy, whether it's someone losing their temper or losing patience or no longer patient with someone. It could be a fallen angel, Sagittarius, who's misbehaving, feeling defenseless to the energies or attacks or feeling ganged up on. And when you hit bottom, this is where you realize, oh, I don't have to please everyone. I have to just please myself first. And then that can trickle out to everyone around me. All right, so this is coming up with the Queen of Pentacles again, who's very grounded and giving and very well-rounded person who takes care of their things in their family. And they may be very earthy, right? Very much attached to natural things. And this person can be impatient because they've been beaten down so much. And despite that, they've come out really well, grounded, offering time, money, and energy, and you love helping others, who may be suffering, maybe the way that she was and went through, feeling trapped, imprisoned, feeling like a hostage or a POW, or anxiety and fear and all of those things, helping people get through the worst of it. And you notice the 9 here is missing. We have the 8 and the 10. It's like going backwards again, offering people who've fallen back into their old ways of not feeling worthy of happiness and joy and love. So why do we have the Ace of Cups reversed there for Virgo? Well, there is a sudden event here. This can be an explosion, an eruption, an epiphany, an orgasm. And this is related to the Queen of Cups. So this could be a suddenly being dumped, or suddenly purging it all out, suddenly overwhelmed by a lover coming in a very positive way. So this Ace of Cups literally may not be being dumped. It may actually be overwhelmed because a lover shows up. But then we have the Empress reversed. And this is lack energy. This is either someone who's ill. It can be illness, injury, or someone who's, out of control, like a control freak. A mother who's a control freak, or dark energy, or someone who's really nasty and mean. It's not the Empress you want to deal with, or they're just sick or injured, okay? But this is perhaps someone who needs to get back to work, or is entertained while they're sick or ill by whatever this is, someone performing for them. This can be, the lovers too can be the affection between a mother and a daughter. The affection is still there, but they're both reversed. So either they're both sick. It's like misery loves company. But there's a sudden realization. They may be watching something that's helping them. And they're both in negative energies, or depressed energies, or ill or injured energies, and it's that misery loves company, but both at the same time, while they're both enjoying each other's company and bitching about their difficult or bad situation, suddenly realizing and watching something, they have some kind of and this could be maybe they're getting their cards read, or listening to something online. And this can be their own intuition as well, or a secret, right? A secret, the secret of purging it out, that's actually very good for you. Or this could be a Pisces energy who's overwhelmed or pushed to their emotional limits and no longer going to take it anymore. Like, I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore, leaning out their window. But this in a positive way. Let me turn it this way now. So let's see what else came up for you, Virgo. There's definitely something at the end of this read here. At work, where two come together. It could be old friends, old lovers, old siblings, right? Who come together, perhaps with a mediator, or maybe just found something online that helped them shed light on a situation that's really beautiful, and destined to come together with a message of love. Perhaps from the Empress reversed. The next cards that are coming out for you, Virgo, we have the Wounded Warrior, right, which is on their last leg. Remember, it's like, here's the 10 of Wands, but this is backstepping again, wanting to hold on to those burdens again. Even though you fell and got hurt, you're taking one step back and going back into this again, wanting to feel your wounds. And purging. So there's definitely some purging going on here. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles reversed, which is the ending of this cycle, right? So we have the 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles ending. This is done. This is dysfunction of family, or loss of money, or a big purchase. But this is the treasure chest being dumped out. This little imp here was watching it, and it doesn't look very trustworthy. And here's the turtle who's too slow to have realized it. And now it's gone. So something that, something about the Ten of Pentacles family, because we have the Ten of Cups reversed over here. So all 4 suits are now dumped. The Pentacles and the Cups are really over, but these 2 haven't turned over yet to fully complete the cycle and go into the next. So you're just feeling the wounds again as you're losing this energy, whether it's just dysfunction in your family or losing time, money, or energy that you worked so hard for, or it could be, again, it could be spending money. It could be making a really big purchase, but it's really hard for you to do, to spend all that money. And then here we have the Knight of Cups, which is somebody ready to come out and offer love. So this may be someone down on their knee who just made a big purchase because they're about to offer it, or letting go of this family energy in order to offer love to someone else. So there could be a proposal here too. So let's see why this is. Why do we have the Wounded Warrior here? Here we have the Moon again, which you're coming up as. So it's coming up as you at work, working nights perhaps, in disconnect. This is not seeing eye to eye with the person you're working with, or you're at a distance from the one you want to be with. And there's the King of Pentacles reverse coming up. So again, whether someone lost money and status, lost inheritance, or is making a big purchase, or is just ungrounded, or this is someone who's greedy and really only cares about money. But I'm not really getting a negative energy around this. So I'm not really feeling like he's this greedy person. Next to that's coming up the World reverse. So maybe his world is upside down, or maybe he's on the other side of the world from his family or friends, and now manifesting, like getting it together after falling apart. Now he's got all the tools together on the table, putting his cards on the table, and all tools on board, and major manifesting with his own DNA. Like, it doesn't need anything to manifest. He knows he just needs himself to manifest. And this could be the sealed divine feminine in the 5D world as well. And this is Pisces reverse energy, or the divine feminine, and this also is Gemini, Virgo, or perhaps Aries sometimes as well. So really manifesting big time. It's like suddenly flipping his world around. All right, let's see. Why do we have the Ten of Pentacles reversed here for Virgo? Well, that fell to the ground. Well, it landed as the Sun reversed. So this can be any kind of loss of energy, right? It can be draining kids. It can be sickness, illness, or just being drained financially, and it makes you really sad. Or this could be an ill parent who's draining all your family funds because they're sick. This also can be someone who's out of control. This could be, your parent acting like a child, perhaps if they have Alzheimer's or dementia, or a grandparent is taking care of children, especially if they're ill, because you can't take care of them if maybe they're both ill, so they're staying together until they're not ill anymore if they got the virus. But this is also just drained energy. This is someone who can be out of control, abusing their power with children, or it's someone who's sick, or perhaps passed. But this is being drained by Leo energy, ego energy, or kids. It's really draining energy. People spending your money or costing you money, or just abuse of power. Or like I said, someone's ill is draining all your funds. Why do we have the Knight of Cups here? Knight of Cups. After a split, divide, a big lie, and removing the sword from your own heart. This is someone leaving that behind in a split or divide. We're letting go of the BS, cutting through the BS, the need for clarity here. And if no one's going to give it to you, this is someone leaving to go find it on their own, to find peace. Aligning with their own true desires, right? Getting their ducks in a row, finding and working out details. Perhaps creating something, a gift perhaps. And there's that Ten of Pentacles reversed again. So it's like you worked You're working 8 pentacles hard, but you're losing 10. So you're realizing it's not working. Trying to find peace around the fact that you worked so hard and you're almost there, and then you lost more than you actually had. Or you had to spend for family to take care of ill people. So I just want to clarify one more time for that. The Knight of Cups, why is that now? Well, this is all like the negative energy that was happening, but you're not going to deal with that anymore. This is the Page of Swords, which is at least negative self-talk. This is you know, negative rumors, lying, spying. This could be a child who's doing that, you know, who's got a really bad mouth on them, right? Who doesn't care about what anyone thinks. They're acting very childish, and hurtful words, lying words, or the silent treatment, or spying. And then here's Judgment reversed, which I don't like this card when it's reversed, because it's all about deliberating, not making a decision, choking on your words, the need to swallow your pride and not doing it, not heeding the call to action. This is someone who's acting very childish, and this is very Aquarius energy coming up here. This can be Virgo, or can be Virgo, but it can be Gemini or Libra too, but here's the Aquarius card coming up with them. And actually in the Divine Masculine read I just did last night, it was all about the King of Wands, especially the shaman energy, dealing with a Page of Swords reversed Aquarius, or the King of Swords as well. That could be an Aquarius as well. So there's maybe an Aquarius in your energy that has been lying, or it could be a chronic liar, whether it's an adult or a child, and it caused you to lose all your money, or they spent all your money. And you're no longer going to do that anymore. You are now the the Knight of Cups, charging in, and the next card comes up as a higher love. You no longer want to feed into that energy. You want to be the Knight of Cups. This is being the patient angel, taking one step at a time. Can be a Sagittarius, going off path, right, into the water, into the emotions, to feel what's really there. You want to get your feet really into the earth, come back down to earth, even though you're flying high in this higher love. And this can be Gabriel coming in with a message as well. Maybe someone's seeing an angel here. But they don't, they don't believe it. Again, this is someone who's a lot of trust issues. So they may be seeing an angel, literally. They may be seeing angels in their room or in their dreams, or maybe they think someone is an angel, but they don't trust their own knowing, because everyone has lied to them and tricked them before. So they're not trusting their own knowing, which you need to. You need to have faith. It's all about faith and patience. So we end up at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot reversed. And look what's coming up here. So I told you just now about the Divine Masculine read. The King of Wands was upright in that read, but here it's reversed, which is someone who's either sick, tired, or angry and abusive. And this is an unstable home or environment, right? Needing to move, or going to visit a friend because you're sick, maybe when someone's going to take care of you. Or this could be ending a marriage or a big celebration, no longer going to have it anymore. All right, because of the state of emergency, or because of a breakdown, a breakup, a breakthrough, a break-in. But this is stuck energy, the warpath and chaos. And this is where you're coming from here. You're coming from a place of chaos into all of this, trying to rise above it, but you can't avoid being what you are in this moment. It's not pretending to be something else to get out of this energy. It's about loving the energy, like when you have that negative energy in your solar plexus, to really love it and accept it and say yes to it, as opposed to trying to push it down and avoid it and just change. You can't. You have to love your light and your shadow in order to transcend it. So that's really the message that's coming through here. I'm going to pull from 2 decks today. I'm going to pull from the Good Tarot, and I'm going to pull an energy deck card too. So let's see what comes up from the Good Tarot. I haven't used this deck in a while. So let's see what comes up for Virgo. All right, let's see what comes up. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. What is your takeaway from this? What is your message? There's 2 cards that came up. Is it just 2? There's actually 2 more that want to come up too. 2, 2. And there's, oh, they want me to count. All right, so I got to count some cards too. All of these? All right. I have to count some cards too. The bottom of the deck is the Six of Earth reversed. Okay, so I'm going to show you that right side up so you can see it. And the Magician, Santa Claus, he's like Santa Claus in this deck. That's underneath it. And that's number 1. So the Magician is upright there, and it is upright in the read as well. If you see this upright, you notice that he's got like decorations on their antlers, but they're not equal. Like there's three drops on one side and one on the other, which, you know, some people like that look, but other people need it to be even, right? 2 and 2. And the Six of Earth is all about that balance and the needing to achieve it. So this upright is saying that even if 3 are over here and 1's over here, this person's in balance because that's the way they see it. Because there's 2 down here. They're just putting them in a different location. So they're still feeling balanced. But here is someone who can't see that point of view, right? They can't see the beauty. They can't see the beauty of their own antlers and the flaws in them or the differences between them, right? Like if one ear is higher than the other, you know, it's those little subtle differences that are really bothering someone here. And Virgo's a perfectionist. You need to love your imperfections is what this is saying. Look how beautiful this is. What does it matter that there's 3 on one side and 1 on the other? They use the other 2 for a necklace because they like to be different. And you need to be able to see a new perspective and love all of it. So that's the underlying energy. So what came out for you first is these 2 guys, which is the Messenger of Air. And this is a very different color from the rest of the deck. Most of it's very brownish, you know, like this. Here's the Messenger of Air, which is, you know, it's like the page. This is like the page of swords, right? Which is coming up here reversed. But this is coming up upright. The Messenger of Air has something to say. There's this is so beautiful, but the Virgo energy is not seeing the beauty in their imperfection because they're projecting from their own insecurities. All right, you're projecting your own insecurities onto this Page of Swords reversed, who's actually perfect. Look how beautiful they are. But you're seeing them as this. You're seeing them as this, but they're this. You're projecting your own insecurities onto them. And then this is coming up with it, the fire, the 10 of fire. All right, so in this deck, it's very beautiful. The 10 of fire is this 10 of wands here on you. But here it's reversed, which means it's over. It's dropping the burdens. Upright, this is someone, you know, they're burning all of the past, all the notes of the past, perhaps in a relationship, letting go of all the burdens, burning them, perhaps having a ceremonial to burn everything, to let go of the burdens, to drop, so to dump the load, the fires, the hurt, the burden, the responsibilities, perhaps confessing here. Maybe you were writing notes to confess, but you keep burning them all instead of just letting them go. Or maybe you wrote them, and now instead of giving them, you're going to just burn them, and that's your ceremony to let go in order to turn this upright again, to see the truth of the matter. So these 2 wanted to come up too. They're both upright. We have strength. Okay. Strength and being able to speak and yell and howl at the moon if you need to, but you don't have to do it because everyone else is doing it. You have to do it your own way in your own time, right? This is pacifying your own beast, having strength. And then we have the 5 of earth, which is that feeling, you know, destitute in exile alone. But you have the birds there. It's seeing a new perspective. So someone might have ousted you from the group or from the family, or you may just feel that way. But you're never alone because you're connected to your higher self and to nature. Look, it's saying you're one with nature. You have the birds, the flowers. What else is in this card? It's by there's some kind of animal on the ground. I think it's a cat. No, it looks like like a fox. It's hard to see because the writing's over it. I think it's a fox, and then there's a bunny over here. But it's you realizing that you're not separate from nature, you're part of nature. And you would never have seen this if you hadn't been put out on your own from the group. This is being strong and finding your connection to nature, to the world, to yourself, to source. And you see their position of their faces are the same. This can very much be a parent and a child relationship, right? Not projecting your issues onto someone else. Okay, and from the energy deck, let's see. There's now 50, 36, which is that 10 of Wands. 50 is the 10 of Cups, and 36 is the 10 of Wands. So ending the unhappiness of family and ending burdens that you don't need to carry anymore. And from the energy deck for Virgo, what's one last card? Oh, that came right out. Letting go of the mask. There you go. Not pretending to be something you're not. Letting go of attachments. 5 is expanding, freedom, change. Right? The Hierophant really is about the connection to self. The commitment to yourself. You can only truly be loyal to yourself. Because you can't control what other people do. You can only control what's going on in this moment with yourself. We have financial constraints going on, so some of you may feel like there's some emptiness in your life, whether it's financial, emotional, spiritual, destitution, right? Or maybe you feel like you haven't had that for a long time because you've been wearing a mask. We have the 13 of transformation. You had to hit bottom in order to transform. That's where the change comes from. And there's that moon energy of anxiety. All right, so you had to hit bottom to see what you've been doing to yourself, right? To see that you don't need to feel this anymore. What's the point? You can't please everyone. You can only please yourself, all right? There's other people who are envy about what you do, perhaps. And you need to let go. Or are you envious of someone else? This is judging or being judgmental, but it's coming reversed in this read, right? Not making a decision, holding on to that dark energy. And there's the angel of love, which is just beneath. 49 is the 9 of cups, the get your wish card. And again, this is projecting your dark perspectives on a child. Right? When you're feeling anxiety, it's you then taking it out on your child and making them be something that they're not. So it's about everyone dropping their perceptions and their masks. And then at the bottom we have the journey, the rainbow bridge. I'll get to that choice when I come to it, right? We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Okay? One step at a time, stay present, stay in the rainbow. This is where the bliss is. Number 2 is the high priestess, the secrets, your own intuition. Stay connected to your higher self. That is the message. It's really quite beautiful. I hope you didn't take this in a negative way. I'm Virgo, so I get it. So you have the sun right here. You're afraid of the bliss because you're always expecting the worst. You have the sun. You had Taurus, Libra, Capricorn upright, Leo upright, Cancer upright, Sagittarius reversed, and that was it. But you're ending here with being love or making an offer of love. There's really beautiful energy right here at the end here. It has to do with co-creating at work, perhaps with your own shadow side or a Capricorn person. Perhaps someone with Sagittarius reversed or letting go of that energy. Maybe you're losing patience literally if you work in that field. But this is purging it out, allowing the dump to happen, allowing yourself to pee or puke or cry, whatever it is, that it's okay. And again, there could be a proposal here. So I hope that was helpful for you, Virgo. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. Oh, and there's definitely that connection with the Page of Swords reversed child or Page of Cups upright child. Yeah, seeing each other's perspective, but being authentic to yourself, allowing yourself into the shadow side. Rise and be loved.